On that motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. We will take a brief pause to gather the votes of the members in alternate locations.
That would come from, because you're not adjourning to, the blue card's only if you're adjourning to a date and time. So that would be just a motion. It's simply, Mr. President, and Mr. President, it's adjourns on the I've never heard next year's date. I know.
He's going to sign it tonight. I'll sign it.
Receiving a sufficient number of aye votes, the motion prevails and the resolution is adopted. The Secretary will read Senate Resolution number 238.
Senators Gazelka and Kent introduce Senate Resolution number 238 relating to notifying the House of Representatives the Senate is about to adjourn sine die.
Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate Resolution number 238 be adopted.
On that motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. We'll take a brief pause. Receiving a sufficient number of aye votes, the motion prevails. Remaining under motions and resolutions, we'll revert to messages from the House. The Secretary will read the message.
Mr. President, I have the honor to announce the passage by the House of the following Senate file as amended in the House, in which the amendments, the concurrence of the Senate is respectfully requested. Senate file number 13, a bill for an act relating to health, requiring transparency in hospital billing within a certain time. Patrick D. Murphy, Chief Clerk, House of Representatives.
Senator Benson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Benson moves that the Senate concur in the amendments made by the House to Senate File 13 and that the bill be placed on its repassage as amended.
Discussion on that motion. Senator Benson.
Mr. President, this was originally Senator Draheim's hospital transparency bill. We have placed on it Senate File 3560, which was our omnibus policy bill. The language from 3560 is identical in this bill with the addition of Senate File 1470, which was Senator Limmer's Board of Pharmacy bill. The language in here is identical to what we passed for Senate File 4570. We did add the removal of age-related macular degeneration as a qualifying condition. This was agreed upon, requested by the House, agreed upon by us. We had had a hearing and experts in the field had determined that there hadn't been sufficient due diligence and they requested it be removed. MDH it has no position on this. It is session law only and does not bar the condition going forward.
Any discussion? Senator Marty.
Mr. President, it's a good bill. I urge your support.
Any final discussion? Senator Benson renews her motion to concur. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. The motion prevails. Members, we have Senate File 13 in front of us. Is there any final discussion on the bill before we go to third reading? Seeing none, the Secretary will give Senate File 13 its third reading.
Senate file number 13, a bill for an act relating to health.
Third reading. Final discussion on the bill. Senator Kiffmeyer.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. This is a very good HHS bill. Has medical providers such as physician assistants, advanced practice registered nurses, language that helps x-ray technicians, pharmacies, and so on. Excellent bill. Ask for you to vote yes. Thank you.
Any final discussion? Members, we're on final passage of Senate File 13. Seeing no further discussion, the Secretary will take the roll. Members in the retiring room, please come to the chamber to vote. Members, I'd recommend that you stay relatively close to the chamber. We do have a few more votes tonight in a short period of time. Members in room 303, please come to the chamber to vote. And members in the president's office, please come to the chamber to vote. Members in room 323, please come to the chamber to vote. Okay, thank you. Members in 237 and members in 206, please come to the chamber to vote. I will call on Senator Kent to report the votes of the members voting under Rule 40.7. Senator Kent.
Thank you, Mr. President. I report aye for Senator Carlson.
Senator Carlson votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Champion.
Senator Champion votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Clausen.
Senator Clausen votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Eaton.
Senator Eaton votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Franzen.
Senator Franzen votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Hayden.
Senator Hayden votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Klein.
Senator Klein votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Lane.
Senator Lane votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Latz.
Senator Latz votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Little.
Senator Little votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Newton.
Senator Newton votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Rest.
Senator Rest votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Sparks.
Senator Sparks votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Torres Ray.
Senator Torres Ray votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Wickland.
Senator Wickland votes aye. I will now call on Senator Benson to report the votes of the members voting under Rule 40.7. Senator Benson.
Mr. President, Senator Anderson B. votes aye.
Senator Anderson B. votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Gary Dames votes aye.
Senator Dames votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Hall votes aye.
Senator Hall votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Senjum votes aye.
Senator Senjum votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Newman votes aye.
Senator Newman votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Osmic votes aye.
Senator Osmic votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Chamberlain votes aye.
Senator Chamberlain votes aye. All members having voted who have the desire to vote, the secretary will close the roll. There being 67 ayes and 0 nays, the bill is passed and its title agreed to. Members, we are waiting for our friends in the other chamber to send us another bill, so we will wait patiently for them. Senator Nelson, in an effort to save some time, we are expecting an education policy bill to come back from the House. If you don't mind explaining the provisions in that bill. Senator Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. I just want to tell you briefly about the bill that will be arriving soon from the House. It is the E12 Education Policy Bill. Number one, this bill is a fiscally neutral bill. Let me set the stage for you. These are the supporters, all of the school organizations that you know, including the Minnesota School Board Association, the Association of Metropolitan School Districts, the Minnesota Association of School Administrators, Schools for Equity in Education, the Minnesota Associations of Elementary and Secondary School Principals, the Minnesota Community Education Association, the Minnesota Rural Education Association, and the Minnesota Administrators for Special Education. Additional supporters include the Minnesota Department of Education, the Minnesota Child Care Provider Information Network, the Minnesota School Psychologists Association, Coalition for Children with Disabilities, the Minnesota School Bus Operators Association, and the School Nurse Organization of Minnesota, and the Solutions, Not Suspensions Coalition. This bill has no known opposition, and I will give you just a few of the brief things in the bill. Number one, there are some early learning pieces in this bill. One of them that is incredibly important has to do with the early learning scholarships. It moves that date out to 2024, by which time they have to have 3 or 4 stars. Just like many other things, we need to move the date out. It also, a couple of the things, Senator Anderson has a bill in here. It modifies the law concerning when notice has to go out regarding operating referendums. Now that we have early voting, we need to allow school districts to send out the information regarding referendums a few days earlier. Senator Chamberlain has a bill in here. It streamlines and clarifies school responsibilities for screening and identifying students with dyslexia. That is language adopted by the Minnesota school boards. There is a bill in here regarding mental health training for our Tier 1 and Tier 2 teachers. This bill includes the Vaping Awareness, Prevention, and Education Act. It also includes a bill by Senator Pratt. Senator Pratt, do you want to speak to your bill? Senator Pratt.
Thank you.
Senator Pratt.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Nelson. There's a provision in the policy bill that we've been working on for a long, long time. And this is a policy that will help our school nurses properly dispose of leftover medications at the end of the school year. Unfortunately, many of these medications left over are prescription and can't be transported legally by the nurse. And so we've been working with the School Nurses Association for the last 3 years. This was in the bill a few years ago. It got vetoed. The House rejected it last year, and I'm finally glad that we're getting this very simple, non-controversial provision in this bill. I want to thank Senator Nelson for fighting for it for the last couple of years. And, mostly I want to thank the school nurses that worked with me and tirelessly to get this passed. Our school nurses are maybe some of the unsung heroes that we have in our local schools. And having sat on a school board, I can tell you that based on the qualifications, these are healthcare professionals that we have working in our schools. And I don't think we recognize them as the healthcare professionals that they are. And so, Mr. President, I want to just take a brief moment to thank the school nurses that are working in our schools and for helping me pass this bill. And I want to thank Senator Nelson for pushing for its inclusion this year. Thank you.
Remaining under motions and resolutions,
Miss-
Senator Benson, we're going to go to Senator Eichhorn, please. Senator Eichhorn. Oh, I'm sorry. Remaining under motions and resolutions, we have to receive the message from the House first. The Secretary will read the message.
Mr. President, I have the honor to announce the passage by the House of the following Senate file as amended by the House, in which the amendments, the concurrence of the Senate is respectfully requested. Senate file number 3745, a bill for an act relating to local government. Patrick D. Murphy, Chief Clerk, House of Representatives.
Now we'll go to Senator Eichhorn.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate concur in the amendments made to the House by Senate File 3745 and that the bill be placed on its repassage as amended. Members, this was a bill that would allow Harris Township and Itasca County to annex that little section of land. The amendment that was added was a Senator Johnson bill that Deb Keel added in the House. And would allow the law library in Polk County to be able to use some of their fiscal reserves to make technology upgrades, and they needed legislative approval to do so, and was passed on a voice vote. I would appreciate a green vote.
Discussion on the Eichhorn motion to concur. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. The motion prevails. Members, we have Senate File 3745 in front of us. Is there any discussion before we go to third reading? The Secretary will give the bill its third reading.
Senate file number 3745, a bill for an act relating to local government.
Third reading. Members, we're on final passage of Senate File 3745. Seeing no further discussion, the Secretary will take the roll. Members in the retiring room, please come to the chamber to vote. Members in 303, room 303, please come to the chamber to vote. And members in the President's office, please come to the chamber to vote. Members in room 323, members in room 237, and members in room 206, please come to the chamber to vote. I will now call on Senator Benson to report the votes of the members voting under Rule 40.7. Senator Benson.
Mr. President, Senator Anderson B. votes aye.
Senator Anderson B. votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Dames votes aye.
Senator Dames votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Hall votes aye.
Senator Hall votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Newman votes aye.
Senator Newman votes aye. Senator Benson.
Senator Osmic votes aye.
Senator Osmic votes aye. Senator Kent, are you ready to report your votes? Senator Kent, please report your votes for the members voting under Rule 40.7. Senator Kent.
Thank you, Mr. President. I report no for Carlson.
Senator Carlson votes no.
I report no for Senator Champion.
Senator Champion votes no. Senator Kent.
I report no, I'm sorry. I report aye for Senator Clausen.
Senator Clausen votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Eaton.
Senator Eaton votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Franzen.
Senator Franzen votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report no for Senator Klein.
Senator Klein votes no. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Lane.
Senator Lane votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report no for Senator Latz.
Senator Latz votes no. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Little.
Senator Little votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Newton.
Senator Newton votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Rest.
Senator Rest votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report no for Senator Sparks.
Senator Sparks votes no. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Torres Ray.
Senator Torres Ray votes aye. Senator Kent.
I report aye for Senator Wickland.
Senator Wickland votes aye. All members having voted who have the desire to vote, the Secretary will close the roll. There being 61 ayes and 6 nays, the bill is passed in its title agreed to. There. Members, again, we're waiting on the House. We're keeping a very close eye on the other chamber, expecting one more bill to come over, but we are running out of time, so I'm not sure if it's going to make it. So please, please be patient. Senator Hayden.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I move a brief recess.
Senator Hayden moves that the Senate take a brief recess until further notice from our friends across the Capitol. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Motion prevails. The Senate's in recess.
Yep.
Here you go, Ed.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Cohen.
Mr. President, this has been an honor of a lifetime, and I now move that the 91st session of the Minnesota State Senate do now adjourn sine die.
Senator Cohen moves that the Senate adjourn sine die. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. The motion prevails. We're adjourned sine die. Senator Gazelka.
So, members, obviously we didn't get the bonding bill done that I think all of us wanted, and the many other things. And we were going to have the program outdoors tomorrow, but for a number of reasons, it just wasn't the right time. The last day was always meant to be about that celebration of us all being senators and being a part of an amazing institution, and sort of like that last bipartisan day before we go off and try to each get the majority. And so I called up the governor. I said, Governor, I just need to know we're having a special session because I'd like to do that day that I planned tomorrow with something that we can do when the weather's a little nicer, it's not wet out, it's not windy, and with just a cooperation with the governor, with each other. And so that's the plan that I hope happens. The governor said June 12th that there would be a special session, so we'll figure out that. Unfortunately, we've got to have our sleeves still rolled up to get some work done, but I do want to cherish that last day. It's an important tradition for this body, and so let's make that happen June 12th. Thank you.
Sorry, Senator Gazelka, I didn't hear what you said.
Well, I thought you just read my mind, but and so that very well means that we're not doing anything tomorrow. So hope you don't mind.
Amen.